Hey everyone, it's Rachel over at Moonlight Library. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, today I'm going to do a reading vlog. I don't know if it's only going to be today. Probably going to be multiple days because I'm a little busy. I just got my second shot, my second dose of the vaccine, and wow, I got it yesterday. I was not feeling great. But I'm coming out of it. I'm feeling a lot better now. My body isn't extremely painful and I no longer have a fever, so that's cool. I decided we're gonna do a reading vlog of one book. If you clicked on this video, you know what it is. We're gonna be reading A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, or as people lovingly like to call it, ACOTAR. ACOTAR. Get it? I've never read any Sarah J. Maas, so I don't really even know what this book's about. I just hear people talking about it all the time, and I kind of like zone out. But I decided I was gonna read it because I'm like, fairies, also smutty, that's as much as I know, so I'm excited for whatever this is. Yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I'm excited. I know that at some point some fairies have sex mid-air, but I don't think that's in this book. I think that's probably in a different one of the later ones. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on this as I read it. And those are the plans for this video. Hopefully you enjoy watching me read a book that most people have read about the fairies and the, you know, hello there. Yeah. I don't know what you're about, but I'm not going to read the back either. It's all going to be a secret to me until I'm experiencing it. So maybe I'll end up reading the other ones if I like it, which who knows. Okay, I'm going to try and check in with you a good amount during this, and whenever I read something that I'm like, wait, what? You know, if I'm like, okay, there you go. I made myself some water. I know that this book's about to be real thirsty, and so am I. I have not started reading yet, but why are there so many courts in this book? We have the spring court, the summer court, the autumn court, the winter court, the dawn court, the day court, the night court. How do you remember these things? That's a lot of courts right there. Like, it's like 20. I just read you like 20 courts. I swear to God. Fairy, is it supposed to sound like fairy? Fear. What's her name? Fairy. I know I've heard it before, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna look it up. Will I? I don't know. Okay, so I'm not very far, but firstly, I'm not a big fan of anyone so far. I'm on page like 17, so not far at all. And how much can I update you on this at 17 pages? Feyre, I believe is her name. She's okay, I guess. Nesta, Elaine, their father, that's about all we have right now. No one is completely likable. Yep. Okay, and I really want to look things up, but I'm like, no, Rachel, don't spoil things. You have literally no clue what this is about. So, just keep it going, and you'll find out. I'm back right away. One thing I do know what's about is fairy sex, so that's it. There's fairy sex. She has been taken. I'm just waiting and counting the pages until someone, I don't know who, I don't know if it's in this book, but I'm counting the pages for someone to copulate like eagles in the sky. Ka. What? I'm like, I really want to read that. I want to read that. But I know it's not going to happen in this book, but maybe it does. I mean, I don't know. Like, some of you watching probably know, and you're like, Rachel, you have a while to go. And guess what? I guess I'll keep reading this series until they fornicate in the skies like eagles, like birds soaring and, you know, getting nasty in the air, you know, for everyone to see as you, like, fall to your death. No, you have wings, so you're fine, but yeah. Her father is telling the truth. She's too good for all of them and must never go back. Must never go back. She must resist their... It's funny because, like, I know that Nesta comes later, but, like, I don't... Like, I remember hearing her name a good amount in things I've heard, but I don't really know anything at the same time. But I'm like, I know you're coming back. I don't know about the other two. I know nothing. Like, nothing. A sickness raging that causes you to wear masks. Sounds familiar to me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm reading ACOTAR on a sunny hammock. Yes. I also have watermelon juice. That's tasty. Ooh. Yeah. 1 second. So, I haven't been reading over the past, like, week or so. I haven't finished, like, any books. Maybe it's been longer. Yeah. So, I'm back to reading ACOTAR. It's not that I wasn't enjoying it. It's just sometimes life gets in the way, you know? And that's been me the past couple of weeks, is life's been getting in the way. But here I am again, and I'm enjoying it. And there's not, like, the romance that I expected there to be. Kind of like, I feel like everyone talks about, like, oh, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and all this stuff. But I'm like, there's no romance in this book yet. And then I think that the second book, like, goes further in that. But I'm enjoying the action. I'm enjoying the storytelling, kind of, and, like, the world building. It's pretty interesting. It's very, like, young adult fantasy-esque. I was talking about how I feel like there's such a big difference between young adult fantasy and adult fantasy, and a lot of young adult fantasy, it feels like, hinges on romance as, like, a key element, or at least young adult fantasy that I've read. Maybe that's what I skew towards. Well, Six of Crows did have a good amount of, like couple, you know, and everyone talks about, like, couple. There's, like, people to ship. Whereas some of the fantasy I've read, or, like, most of the fantasy I've read doesn't really focus on relationships as much. It's more like storytelling, world building, like action, quests, and all the such and the like. Not so much, will blah 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 get with blah blah blah, which I'm not, like, saying anything negative about that, because I like that. So I'm enjoying it. I want to ship some people. I want to put people together. But, like, as of yet, I'm about 160 pages in. I don't feel like you're shipping, like, you're putting together any of these characters as, like, potential romance. I don't feel like Lucian or Tamlin and Feyre have any sort of romantic vibes happening between them, and I don't think they're supposed to. Yeah, I've heard that this is like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, kind of, but it's like I see that, but I don't see that, because there's not the romance, you know, because Beauty and the Beast romantic. Secondly, Feyre doesn't know how to read, and Belle definitely knew how to read, you know, that was, like, her thing. So, but it is kind of sweet Feyre trying to figure out how to read and write, you know, so she can write her family, but really she's just warning them. Just so you know, at this point I should probably say there will be spoilers. I got past the scene with, like, the cereal and all of that. So I'll get back to you when some stuff happens, because that's really my only notes right now. It kind of feels weird because I'm like, I don't remember what I talked about before, because I haven't filmed for this in probably like 2 weeks, I want to say. So I have no clue what I've said. Okay, bye. It's the next day, it's Sunday, and it's extremely sunny. I'm gonna move. Way less sunny. So, obviously still reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is what this vlog is. So, I'm just like, there's definitely something going on between Tamlin and Feyre. We all know it. It's very obvious. I mean, it's happening, you know? The whole kitchen scene happened after that rite. And I'm just like, is it believable though? Like, do I really think there's romance there? No, I don't. I'm just, I'm not feeling it. I don't know. They're looking at her paintings and he's like maybe jealous. And I'm just like, okay, like whatever. We'll see. Multiple weeks, and then I'm picking it up again. I've read about 10 books in between. Don't mind me. Whoops. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I'm just doing that thing where I just keep being like reading something else all of a sudden. I have currently on my Goodreads 9 books on my currently reading shelf, so it's a bit of an issue. We're gonna try and finish this today. Yes, I read like 3 graphic novels today. What's going on with me? Okay, so I remember where we were. Feyre is just gone back to Fairyland. What's it called? Fairyland? The Spring Court? Something. And she just got back to the castle because she went to like regular world again, like with the humans, and was like, nah, I'm in love, I think. And then Nesta's all like, whatever, you know, salty. And she had, like, the spell did not work on her. She knew Feyre had gone to fairy time. And then we had the other sister and the dad who did not know, but now they do know. So here we are. You know, Feyre gave someone up for dead. We know that now too. That's tragic, but I guess we never knew that girl, so is it tragic for us, or is it just tragic for the fictional girl who died? I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, I'll get back to you when something actually happens. She just got to Tamlin's castle thing, his place, his house, whatever, and looks pretty fucked up. So I keep imagining Tamlin as like an old man, not an old man, but like in his 50s, and it seems really creepy to me, but like I don't know if he's supposed to be imagined like that, but in my head he's like 50-something-year-old fairy. I mean, obviously he's a lot older than that, but he's like an older looking guy, so I'm like, my bowels turned watery. Okay, so let me sit. Oh, can you see me? Yeah. So I love tasks or like challenges or anything like that, and puzzles and riddles. So hello, this is getting quite interesting at the very end. I mean, it was already interesting, but I'm very much so enjoying, and this whole Rysand, and we have a whole nother thing going on where it's like 2 weeks, and I'm like, he seems horribly bad. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what comes of this. Obviously it's a series, so I'm not in fear of her life. But yeah, okay, we'll see. I mean, I'm obviously not a fan of Tamlin. I like Lucian more. in general than Tamlin even. You know, Lucian has like character. Tamlin's just, he's just there. He's just there. And I don't want it there more. No. My feelings. Okay. Why do her bowels keep turning watery? Why is this a thing? Why? Ugh. She's kissing Tamlin. Ugh. I don't care. I don't care. And I feel nothing. Reese has a heart. I knew it. I knew it. Reese has a heart. Okay. I finished it last night. I didn't film an ending clip, but I am very intrigued. I do want to read the rest. But it's like, dude, if you talk about bowels being liquefied this many times, like once it's a questionable move, especially in a fantasy book like this, it's questionable. But then a second time, I was like, this isn't the catchphrase you want. This isn't what we're going for here. Like, you understand that? Because that's not it. But you still used it. An editor probably could have helped with that. You know? Could just take that back. Take it back. Also, just side note, little disappointed in the fact that I knew going in there wasn't going to be a ton of like smutty sex scene with fairies, but I didn't expect that little, you know. I guess they say it gets more as you go further, you know, so we'll see. But other than that, I thought it was a very interesting setting. I think it's building up to something interesting with Rysand. So, Tamlin, still don't care. Big changes for Feyre, though. So, not sure where this is going other than the fact that she's basically going to be in partial servitude towards Rysand, which I am intrigued by, but the rest of it, I'm like, I have no clue what's going to happen there. So, yeah. Huh. There's like texture on the letters. Interesting. Anyways, those are my feelings on this book. I enjoyed most of the characters. I guess it was hard for me to pick it up a couple times. I was not reading it like, I can't get enough. I gave it a 4 because I was like, you built it up, and I'm very excited for the rest, which is obviously out, and I can just go fucking read it. But probably not right away. Am I going to do another vlog on the next one? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Oh God. Oh God. Vlogging one book that you're not picking up a lot, very difficult. It's a difficult vlog to make. So I hope you enjoyed my feelings on this, even though I feel like it was just weird random commentary and me being like, I don't know where I am, what is happening in the book, but that's about it. Okay, so see you next time with something else, not book 2 of this. I don't remember what that one's called. A Court of Mist and Fury. ACOTAR. That's what people call it. So, see you later.